Thank you for your interest in NAEYC's Accreditation Facilitation Project, or AFPs for short. This is an overview of what Accreditation Facilitation Projects are and how to become one of our AFP partners. NAEYC defines AFPs as organizations that support the quality improvement efforts of early learning programs, helping these programs become and stay NAEYC accredited. AFPs are existing organizations that operate independently of NAEYC. AFPs are also leaders in the field of early learning in their communities. They provide individualized technical assistance, training, and other support to at least 10 programs consistently throughout the year that are working on becoming or renewing their NAEYC accreditation. Effective AFP partners acknowledge NAEYC as the authority on NAEYC accreditation, program standards, and assessment items. Effective AFP partners do not make interpretations that go beyond the publicly available information NAEYC provides. In this presentation, we will review AFP recommended practices, explain the AFP and NAEYC partnership, review NAEYC expectations of AFPs, and walk through the steps on becoming an AFP partner. On the AFP directory page on our NAEYC.org website, there is an ebook called Recommended Practices of Accreditation Facilitation Projects. This ebook contains everything an AFP needs to know and will be your guide in becoming an AFP partner with NAEYC. I will cite specific pages from this resource throughout the rest of this presentation. The three main recommended practices for our Accreditation Facilitation Project partners are: 1. Supporting at minimum 10 early learning programs that are becoming or in the process of renewing NAEYC accreditation on a consistent basis throughout the year. 2. Operating under specific AFP recommended business practices. And 3. Community leadership in the field of early learning. It is important to note that each AFP partner will look and operate in different ways. AFPs are not required to do all three of these recommended practices in the exact same way. Every AFP is unique, just like the programs they support. For instance, some AFPs have more funding than others or more resources. Some AFPs may be part of their state's NAEYC affiliate or operate under a state's quality improvement rating system for early learning programs, or they could even be community or county-based or part of a local education collaborative. The goal for our AFP partners is to try to reach these three areas of recommended practice and to do as much as they can for the programs with whom they work in order to improve early learning program quality for children, families, educators, and their communities. Let's take a closer look at each of these three recommended practices. By supporting programs, NAEYC looks for AFPs who focus on individual program administrators as well as peer groups or cohorts of administrators, addressing quality at both the classroom and management levels. Provide and nurture the professional development of early learning program staff by coaching and mentoring rather than prescribing a right solution or approach. Supporting early learning programs and understanding and managing the logistical details of the NAEYC accreditation process. And serve as a resource hub by connecting programs with community resources. NAEYC recommended business practices are twofold. NAEYC expects AFPs to incorporate these business practices within their own organization, as well as supporting early learning programs to do the same. These include having specific staff qualifications, ongoing professional development, written agreements, collaborations, partnerships, projects and initiatives, and fiscal management and sustainability. Regarding specific staff qualifications, staff should have job descriptions that provide employees with details regarding their roles and responsibilities. Staff should be evaluated annually on performance and have a professional development plan developed from that evaluation, including ongoing opportunities for NAEYC-sponsored training, monthly AFP webinar calls, and conferences. Staff should have a working knowledge of the early childhood system within their state, including state licensing standards, professional development systems, and the quality rating system. AFP staff also have an obligation to be well informed with accurate and up-to-date information on NAEYC accreditation, and take care not to provide misinformation about NAEYC, as that affects the overall quality of the project and NAEYC accreditation itself. AFP staff should have excellent interpersonal skills, be an effective facilitator, and take a relationship-based and reflective approach when it comes to coaching and mentoring early learning program staff. At minimum, staff should have qualifications that meet the assessment item 6C3 for program administrators. Let's take a closer look at that on the next slide. The educational requirements that meet this standard 6C3 for program administrators is preferably a bachelor's degree with at least 9 credit-bearing hours of specialized college-level coursework in administration, leadership, and management, also including at least 24 credit hours of specialized college-level coursework in ECE, child development, elementary education, or ECE special education. For further details, please see the Early Learning Program Standards and Assessment items on our website. If an AFP is funded by a particular funding stream, AFP partners typically begin by partnering with early learning programs that meet their funding requirements and provide prescribed services required by that funder. However, experienced AFPs, or those without larger funding sources, have found that the best way of allocating their resources and services is to set baseline requirements that help the AFP select programs that are most ready to engage with them in the NAEYC accreditation process and be successful. Please see page 34 in the AFP Recommended Practices ebook for further detail. Once the early learning programs have been identified, successful partnerships include a formal agreement. This ensures appropriate entities are informed and on board with the process and making any needed improvements. Agreements minimize potential misunderstandings about expectations of the AFP and the early learning program, and stakeholders, parents, governing boards, and decision-making entities should be well informed and part of the process. There are 2 main types of agreements AFPs use to meet this goal. Partnership agreement, or Memorandum of Understanding, an MOU, is an agreement among 3 parties: the AFP, the program administrator, and the owner, operator, or board of directors of that program. A letter of commitment is a document of understanding between the AFP and the program's parent advisory group. If no such group exists, a parent representative. Some examples of MOU conditions for program participation with an AFP are having and maintaining current state licensure, background checks and health check requirements, having a NAEYC accreditation plan or a program quality improvement plan, which includes NAEYC accreditation, and demonstrating progress towards goals in an agreed upon time frame. please see page 37 in the AFP Recommended Practices ebook for further detail. Having awareness of other collaborations with whom the early learning program works is also important. It helps to leverage all available resources and prevents confusion on action items and visit schedules and which tasks take priority. Good financial management and fiscal accountability are essential components for AFP management. Those in AFP management and leadership positions should be knowledgeable about and adept at fiscal planning, budget preparation, and budget oversight. Budget priorities should be established with a mission-driven approach. For example, AFPs should know funding and/or grant requirements for their state, maintaining adequate documentation to support expenditures, maintaining cash flow, documenting and reporting employee time and activities accurately. Please also see page 38 in the AFP Recommended Practices ebook for further detail. AFP partners should regularly evaluate their projects. Several NAEYC accreditation assessment items address program evaluation and can be slightly modified to apply to AFPs. Some of these items include annually conducting a comprehensive evaluation that measures progress towards overall goals, collecting evidence from all areas, including policies, procedures, and program partner satisfaction, AFPs need an evaluation and data collection system in order to inform continuous AFP quality improvement and sustainability. Numerous factors impact an organization's sustainability: strategic, financial, personnel, program, and competing priorities, among other considerations. Some sustainability questions AFP partners might consider are there potential partners who might be critical to sustainability? How does this project build upon efforts that exist in the community? Please see page 41 in the AFP Recommended Practices ebook for further details. AFP partners should regularly evaluate their projects. Several NAEYC accreditation assessment items address program evaluation and can be slightly modified to apply to AFPs. Some of these include annually conducting a comprehensive evaluation that measures progress towards overall goals, collecting evidence from all areas, including policies, procedures, and program partner satisfaction. AFPs need an evaluation and data collection system in order to inform continuous AFP quality, improvement, and sustainability. Numerous factors impact an organization's sustainability: strategic, financial, personnel, program, and competing priorities, among other considerations. Some sustainability questions an AFP partner might ask themselves are there potential partners who might be critical to our sustainability? And how does this project build upon efforts that exist in the community? Please see page 41 in the AFP Recommended Practices ebook for further details. The third main recommended practice for AFPs is community leadership. This includes communication and outreach with early learning programs, initiatives, potential funding streams, and other supportive partners that would help early learning programs succeed. Creating formal and informal collaborations with these programs, connecting with their NAEYC state affiliate, engaging in local advocacy initiatives, and engaging with the media. As you can see, NAEYC is looking for quality, professional organizations that engage in continuous quality improvement practices and will support the same quality and improvement practices in the early learning programs with whom they work. Let's shift our focus now on the partnership between NAEYC and AFPs and what NAEYC provides to our AFP partners. These benefits are direct communication, monthly webinars and annual retreat, discounted trainings, and AFP level access to Torch. AFPs have direct accessibility to NAEYC staff. We are part of the larger Early Learning Program Accreditation team and are here to support our AFP partners. Our AFP partners can email or call us directly without being routed through the contact center and can expect a timely response from us. As part of the larger Early Learning Program Accreditation team, we can provide up-to-date information so our AFP partners are best informed when they support their programs. For instance, during COVID, NAEYC offered the alternative provisional accreditation model. NAEYC first piloted the provisional accreditation and worked with and received feedback from our AFP partners to understand if the provisional process was usable and acceptable for accreditation as we navigated those uncertain times. Monthly, we host a webinar call for our AFP partners. We share early learning program news prior to it being emailed out each month, updates or changes that are coming for the accreditation process. We discuss questions, comments, or trends from the data we receive in the AFP bi-monthly data report, and discuss and share different topics that come up in our work. Each of these calls are recorded, so if a meeting is missed, the AFP partners will be able to watch the recording and have all the information as it was presented and can stay up to speed on all things NAEYC accreditation. Annually, we host a virtual partner program retreat. Previously, our presenters have included NAEYC's CEO, the Director of Early Learning Program Accreditation, our Director and team, NAEYC staff assessors, and representatives from numerous other NAEYC teams and departments who presented on frequently missed assessment items, policy and advocacy trends, helpful resources from our publishing department, and more. We also support our AFP partners by offering our accreditation trainings at a discounted rate. Currently, our 4 core trainings are Accreditation 101, which is a high-level, broad understanding of the entire accreditation process, Portfolio Creation, which is tips on how to create portfolios, and also an exploration of assessment items and discussion to explore the potential documentation that could meet these items and exactly what the assessors are looking for. The Preparing for a Site Visit training talks about what happens when to expect a site visit. We go over the site visit protocol. We talk about the schedule from when the assessor arrives in the morning to the closing meeting in the end of the afternoon. This training is great for programs who are expecting a site visit and want to know what is going to happen. Also for those programs who are considering NAEYC accreditation and want to know more about what to expect before they apply for accreditation. The Frequently Missed Items training is a newer training and is updated annually as we gain more data from the assessors in the field and as the standards are updated as well. We define frequently missed items and go through some of the most frequently missed items in each of the 10 standards. We break down what the item is asking for and what the assessor is looking for. We talk about the recommended practices and why these items tend to be missed by programs. AFPs get discounts on these trainings and the new ones we are currently developing. Our AFP partners also receive special AFP level access to Torch. Torch stands for the Online Resource Center headquarters, which is an accessible resource library of tools, tip sheets, worksheets, and other resources for those pursuing or maintaining NAEYC accreditation. Torch is updated regularly with new and revised accreditation resources. For continuous improvement of the NAEYC AFP partnership, and in order to deliver needed resources to early learning programs nationwide, we request some data from our AFP partners on a bi-monthly basis. We ask questions such as, how many programs of yours achieved accreditation in the past 2 months? Now, that's not saying that all of your programs or any of your programs must achieve accreditation in 2 months. We just want to know that if you've been supporting a program that has achieved accreditation, which one was it and how many were there? As mentioned in the beginning, AFPs must support at least 10 early learning programs going through NAEYC accreditation or reaccreditation continuously throughout the year. AFPs can choose to represent more than one state or area by providing virtual services. There's a big need for this as some states do not yet have an established AFP. NAEYC is looking for AFP partners who at least have 10 programs and motivation to grow. The role of an AFP is different than of a consultant, not necessarily in the work that is done, but a consultant is only one person. In order to support multiple programs in a nationwide network, NAEYC is looking for partners with an existing infrastructure for the work that has been outlined in this presentation. NAEYC expects our AFP partners to follow the NAEYC Code of Ethical Conduct, as we do all programs and professionals in the field of early childhood, especially those who are NAEYC accredited. We have ethical responsibilities to our families, to our colleagues, our communities we serve, and of course, first and foremost, the children. We expect attendance to most of our monthly webinar calls, but understand if 1 or 2 are unavoidably missed. Our monthly webinars are recorded, so if an AFP partner cannot attend a call, they can watch the recording to get the most up-to-date information. The role of an AFP is different than of a consultant, not necessarily in the work that is done, but a consultant is only one person. In order to support multiple programs in a nationwide network, NAEYC is looking for partners with existing infrastructure for the work that has been outlined in this presentation. NAEYC expects our AFP partners to follow the NAEYC Code of Ethical Conduct, as we do all programs and professionals in the field of early childhood, especially those who are NAEYC accredited. We have ethical responsibilities to our families, to our colleagues, to the communities we serve, and of course, first and foremost, to our children. Before we address the process of becoming an AFP partner, let's listen to what 3 current AFPs have to say. Kristen from EdAdvance in Connecticut says, we find it highly beneficial to have a direct connection to NAEYC through the monthly calls, the individual opportunities to reach out, and this strengthens our ability to provide accurate and timely information to our programs and help encourage programs to stay with the process. Lee from Maine Roads to Quality Professional Development Network in Maine says, we've had a relationship with NAEYC, and it's been so helpful for us to have firsthand knowledge of any changes that are coming up, news about things that are going on with the portal, and other opportunities to meet other AFPs across the country that are doing this work. Wendy from the Florida AEYC in Florida reflects, I've had a lot of experience with NAEYC accreditation as a teacher and as a director, but what I can say about the support that we have received from NAEYC and other AFPs have been incredible. The monthly meetings are super helpful, lots of information. I attend most of them, and then I usually go back to watch the recordings because there's so much information available. We've done the trainings, and they have been received with so much support. Our programs love them and have requested them to be done over and over again. To become an AFP, you would complete the AFP prospect form, a Microsoft form containing a few questions. This form is then reviewed by our team director, who will determine whether your program is suited to be an AFP or not. Your program might be ready to go, or may need to spend a little more time growing before partnering with NAEYC as an AFP. Our director will respond back to you on your interest in becoming an AFP partner. Once approved by our director, we will add your program to AFP partner email list, to our Microsoft Teams channel, and to the AFP directory on the NAEYC website, so early learning programs can connect and begin receiving support. A hyperlink to your website and contact information will be provided. On the AFP directory page, again, is our ebook called Recommended Practices of Accreditation Facilitation Projects. Please download this free ebook resource and read through it. This book contains everything an AFP needs to know and will guide you in becoming an AFP partner with NAEYC. We are here to support you so you can support children, families, and programs. For any questions or to request the AFP Partner Interest Form, please contact us by emailing accreditation.information@naeyc.org or call us at 1-800-424-2460, option 3. Thank you.